Hello, my name is Dr. Teresa Cox, and this is Introduction to Sociology, Sociology 210, and this is Semester B, fall semester here at Randolph Community College. We're glad you're here. I feel like that if you're just diving in here in October, you've probably been here since August, but we're still glad you're around. I apologize up front because I'm looking at three different things, trying to look at the camera a little bit. I'm looking at our Moodle page and I've got some important dates jotted down. So what does everybody want to know up front? How to be successful in the course? Great question. So sociology is a life-changing course. It may alter the way you look at the world, people around you. So take your time and enjoy it. Every 2 weeks, you're covering 4 chapters. You'll have a multiple choice, but you'll also have an essay style extra credit. Take the time to do the extra credit. Take the time. It'll help you familiarize yourself with the course content a little bit better, and it'll make it easier for you when you get ready to write your final paper. We'll talk about that. Okay, I'm going to go through real quickly what we've got to do. I try so hard to get these things shorter. All right, like I said, every 2 weeks you've got a quiz. Covers 4 chapters. Every 2 weeks you'll have an extra credit, except your final 2 weeks. In December, you've got a final 6-page paper due. How's that for getting right into it? December the 13th. Okay, I've got to have grades in by the 15th. All right, here's the thing. First 2 weeks is going to be easy. October 21st is your first deadline. You've got to get your enrollment verification syllabus quiz finished so that you can unlock the material for this course. Let's register know you intend to take the course. So, get that done first. Don't put it off to the last minute because you're going to want to have access to the course. Good enough. So that is 10/16 through 10/26. Easy. 4 chapters. A quiz covers all 4 chapters. You will have 2 attempts on each quiz throughout the semester. That's easy enough. 2 attempts. So don't waste an A. Take your time and do it again. Like I said, you've got that extra credit. Now, during the second 2 weeks, and let me give you the dates, 10/27 through 11/9, you've got some extra stuff. You've got chapter 5, 6, 7, and 8. But you're also going to have a proctored quiz using Proctorio. Make sure you use Google Chrome so that you can add an extension at the top of your browser. If you've downloaded the extension correctly, up at the very top of your browser, you will see something that looks like a little puzzle piece. To the left of your name if you have signed into Google, and it looks just like a puzzle with a little extension on the front, a top, and extension on the right. If you click that open, you should see Proctorio right there. So that proctored quiz will occur on chapters 5 through 8, and that will be due October, I know I already said it, November 9th. Okay, in addition to having a proctored quiz, that 2-week period, you need to upload the chapter that you want to write about for your paper, 6 pages, that will be due December the 13th. To help you with that, you will see a folder that says Crash Course Sociology Videos. If you open that folder up, you will see it is packed full of files, YouTube videos, they're 11 minutes or so, about each and every topic included in your OpenStax, second edition, find it at the bookstore, text. Let's talk about the bookstore let's head this fire off before it even gets started. I use the third edition PowerPoints. The only reason I use those third editions, they've got some wonderful statistics that is more current than the second edition. The statistics that were accumulated during COVID. On your PowerPoint, that's all, just for your PowerPoint. On your quizzes, I use the second edition. So when you go over to the bookstore to get your key to get into the OpenStax free, you will see you are getting second edition. That's perfect. Perfect. All right. So during that second 2-week period, sorry, I had to interrupt myself. You've got to upload your choice of chapters. You've got a folder right there on Moodle that says Crash Course Sociology Videos, which will help you with the chapter that you chose. Do you have to watch every one of those videos? Of course not, although they're helpful. They're helpful for this course. You don't have to. Pick the one that pertains to the chapter you're going to write about. So, everybody wants to know, how do I choose the chapter? Go on to your OpenStax text. Look on the left where it says index, contents, table of contents, whatever it says. Chapter 1, you've got a lot of chapters to choose from. Chapter 3 is culture. Let's see. We've got, let's just look, because people get confused about this. The introduction of sociology, that's a good one. That's chapter 1. Chapter 2, sociological research. Chapter 3, culture. Love it. We have culture on campus. We have culture in our life, culture in our food, culture sitting in our home in the evenings. It's perfect to do whatever chapter speaks to you. Society and social interaction is number 4, and on and on and on. I'm not going to read them all to you, but you can choose any chapter, even if it's not a chapter that we're covering, okay? Use a chapter from OpenStax that you want to use, that speaks to you. Religion, education, health and medicine, aging, deviance, crime. Pick a chapter. Media, pick a chapter. Okay. The only reason you're doing that is because you're going to write that 6-page paper. I know this third time I've said it. That will be due in December. So, during that second 2-week period, you're just going to upload my chapter choice is. Just type it. Type it into a document. You can even type it into the title. It's worth 100 points toward your final paper grade. It's like a quiz. So it's a good thing. In addition to what factors in your grade book into that final paper, 10 points for getting help from the Writing Center. The Writing Center is so wonderful. You can look at the schedule, see who's working what time. Schedule's on your Moodle, right at the top. You can see who's working at what time. And let's say Dr. Vance works on Mondays between 10 and 11. I think that's right. You can email him your draft of your final paper, and he will look at it, make recommendations. It's wonderful. Plus, you get 10 extra credit points for doing so. I always ask students to use them. If you've never used our Writing Center on campus, that way, the way I'm suggesting, you're missing the boat, because you really, I don't know what that means really. I've never missed a boat. You're missing an opportunity. So please, get help. Please, it's worth 10 points. All right, let's move on. Enough of that. Every 2 weeks, 11.9. I'm staying in that second section. Proctored quiz, extension, looks like a puzzle piece. Upload the chapter that you choose, not the final paper, which is due December the 13th. All right, let's move on. Okay, enough of that. 11:10 through 11:24. We're closing in on an important date here. You have chapters 9, 10, 11, and 12. You'll have a quiz on 9 through 12. An optional extra credit quiz, which is an essay quiz. I think that one might be worth 9 points. So if you get them all the sections correct, it's going to transfer as 100, an A into your quiz grade. Because we only have 4 quizzes. I'm giving you all these extra credit options. So you've got those 3. You only have 3 essay style extra credit. You got 1 opportunity to get extra credit help from the Writing Center, and it's good. And you can take every quiz 2 attempts. All right, let's close in. Here comes an important date, 11/26, last drop. That is the last day that you can drop the second, which is the B, 8-week course. Easy. All right, 11/24 through 12/14, we're finished. All you got to do that during that 2-week period, got chapters 13, 14, 16, and 17. I did have to skip a few chapters because of abbreviated schedule. You do not have an extra credit essay because I wanted you to focus on your final 6-page, that's the 5th time I've said how many pages it's got to be, paper. What else do you need to know about that paper? I don't want an overview of whatever chapter you chose. I want a reflective journal that says, for example, I chose to write on chapter 3, which is culture, because of my heritage. And you can expand on that. You do not have to cite references as long as you're using open text 2E. If you are using any other citations, please include that. How to write this paper? Well, I prefer APA, but a lot of people do not know how to do that. You should, but you can use MLA. It's fine. Remember, it's not as academically charged as it is a reflective journal, which means you can start your sentences, I think, I feel, my experience, things like that. But you do have some requirements. At the top of your paper, I want you to insert a header, H-E-A-D-E-R, header, which means in that header, you will have your name, the chapter you chose, my name, Dr. Teresa Cox or Dr. Cox, and that's really all you need in there. You can put Sociology 210, what are we? Well, we know we're 210. It is 80, hello, up at the very top of the middle. I know you're going to be there. 80, OLB, online, be part of 2024 semester. That's it. In a nutshell, you've only got 4 quizzes. I think they're about 20 questions each, multiple choice. You can look in your grade book, keep up with your grades. If you don't do a quiz, it will not automatically put in a 0. I will have to go in and put in a 0. Please don't do that. Take the quiz and take it twice if you don't make 100. Take the opportunity to do your extra credits, which are the optional essays at the end of 3, not that last 2 weeks. Get help from the Writing Center on that paper. Let them know that you are in my course, which they'll probably ask, and they will send me an email, usually within an hour of you getting help, and I'll put in your extra credit, just like that. It works like clockwork. No kidding. Okay, I think that's it. There is no reason not to make a fine grade in this course. If you need me, look up on the top of your syllabus. I have a business phone up there. You may text me. If you need help at any point in time, if you feel uncomfortable about the material, about the course, about the semester, I'm getting bogged down, reach out to me. We can meet. We can do a Teams meeting. We can talk. I'm here for you. I work for you. So there's no reason not to come out of this course with a great grade that you will be proud of. When's it all due? 12/13. Why is it not due on the 4th? Because I have to read those papers and get your grades in by noon the following day. So that's about the end of that. I think we've expired as much as we can talk about for this one course. Okay, don't forget, if you're using a Google Chromebook or Chromebook, make sure you try downloading that extension for Proctoria. If you've had trouble with Proctoria before, either take the quiz on campus in the library or sit down at somebody else's laptop, but make sure you do use Google Chrome, and you've got to download that extension, which you should. That should happen the minute you click on Safe Exam Browser or Secure Browser. It will happen. And like I said, I pointed out about the little puzzle piece at the top. That's about it. Okay, like I said, my name is Dr. Teresa Cox. I've worked for Randolph Community College since 2004 when I graduated a master's degree. I have since gotten more education than I really deserve, really. I have a master's in gerontology. I have a master's in sociology from Appalachian. I have a master's in community college teaching from North Carolina State University. And I have a doctorate in education from UNC Greensboro. I even have a cooking degree from New York Cooking School. I like to camp. I like to run. I like to do trail runs. Burkhead Forest is one of my favorite places to run. I haven't been there in a year or so. Well, 6 months. Parked at the entrance down there at the lower end of Tot Hill Farm. My favorite place to park is over off of Lester Mill Road. But anyway, I like to camp, as I said, and I have 4 dogs. I cannot believe they're not barking. 4 corgis of various amounts of corginess, but they all do like to bark. 2 cats, and that's about it. I used to teach early college high school, best thing in the world, and I really enjoy sociology. It's been a great transition from PED. That's about it. If you need me, you've got my business number. You can text me, you can call me. I think I've covered all my bases. Anyway, let's have a great semester. Hey, I love this second half. We got Thanksgiving, and the next thing you know, we got the Christmas break holiday. It's great. There's a lot of distractions, which makes it great. Sometimes it makes our grades not so great. Anyway, let's have a great semester. Again, welcome to Armadillo Land. We're glad you're a hard shell.